I'd never be comfortable with all that money in the bank anyway. Um, when I know that I can be doing good with it, like setting up my boys so that they never have to worry when they're older, and and they're not stupid boys. They've got their heads screwed on, so they're not the sort of kids that would go out and blow it on like drugs and booze and fast women and all that sort of thing. Um, they know how to use their wages wisely, their pocket money and that sort of thing. And I had always said to them that any money they made through the company, 10% of it would get banked into their trust fund anyway. So regardless of anything, they would always have money to fall back on when they're older. And because like my dad died when he was 59 and my mum died when she was 65 and I'm 51. So if I take after my dad, I've got 8 years left. If I take after my mum, I've got like 14 years left. So I want to make sure that, should the worst happen, because let's face it, I did almost die twice last year because of their father and, what the doctors did. Um, because of who I am, because of what I am, um, I evoke a lot of hate and rage and jealousy and negative energy in people. I pull it out of them. But that's not a bad thing. I've always known since I was born that I would be the sort of person that just brought the darkness out in people, but also I bring the light out in people as well and you will be the same, sweetheart, because we're Scorpios. We rule karma. We are naturally the sort of people that either bring the goodness out in people or we bring the bad out in them. Because we are the people, Scorpios are the people that bring out the true nature in those around us. It's just that the people I've been around hate me so much they want me dead. And these are people that have never met me and never even spoken to me. And professionals like doctors and police officers and that sort of thing, because our light irritates people's demons. So I documented a dream. It's up on my Instagram back in 2007 where I predicted this, where there was going to be a race war between my Māori ancestors and the British government. And in the dream, British people were charging Mum and the Māori warriors and they're on the field to join my mum in the fight for justice. And that's happening now. And money was like falling out of the sky or something, but there was money on the street. And in the dream, I knew it was my money, but I knew it was wrong to be picking it up. So I've always known that when I got this money, this lawsuit money, even as far back as 2007, I needed to do good with it. I was being told to do good with it, not just to keep it for myself. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm not being morbid, like, oh, I'm going to die, because, like, don't get me wrong, like, I've lost all this weight and I get physically fit and all that now because I intend to live to 120. Like, I want to live for as long as I can, but you never know what tomorrow's going to bring. And because of who I am and what I do and what I bring out in people and the career I'm about to step into, and that a lot of people are going to want to do me harm, I have whistleblowing on famous YouTube tarot readers, and I'm calling out fake psychics and fake prophets and frauds. People who are profiting for fame, money, fortune, and control from the lives of people who are grieving and in despair and suffering from depression and, getting ready to give up hope and faith and goodness in there. And so I'm coming along to try and uplift these people and saying to them, you've got to stop listening to tarot readers who are taking you for granted because they're lying. You've got to stop listening to fake psychics and people who, claim to be spiritual gurus, and that you don't need them. You can do this on your own, and this is how you do it, because I did it. Like, you don't need to be paying people all this money to be doing something that you can do yourself for free. Like, let me show you the science to explain what the psychic sciences are. Let me show you how I do it to let you know what you need to do to heal yourself from toxicity and domestic abuse and people who hate you and people who have done you wrong, and that, like, I will show the way, and then you don't need these people. And then, when you do have paranormal activity, you know why it's been caused, you know what's happening, you know what to do to fix it. That's what my shows and my podcasts and that are all about. I am debunking and whistleblowing all the frauds out there to make way for the genuine people, because there are so many people out there who just want to do the right thing for no other reason than they know it's their purpose to do it, but they are overshadowed by the fakes and the frauds of the world. And it's unfair. It's not fair, because all it does is it spreads darkness and it spreads mistrust, and it spreads fear and sadness and sorrow, and it just perpetuates everything that people are already feeling anyway. And so I've got to do what I've got to do while I'm on this earth, to lift people's heads up as high as I possibly can, to say to them, this is what this is what this really is. Like, I am a truth teller. I spread the truth, because the truth is the light, and the light is creation. And if I can give people that aha moment and turn that light bulb on and go, because, like, in my career, I have worked with thousands upon thousands of people who are too afraid to even, like, sleep in their room and go to their apartments and that, because they think their houses are haunted when they're not. They're, they've been told by people that they need to fear something that they don't need to fear. They just need to understand the science to it. And that's what I'm here to do. There are children afraid of sleeping in their rooms. There are parents afraid of their children, all that sort of thing. And it's my job to take that fear away from people and show them what's really out there, so that they're not dealing with, the fakes and the frauds of the world. And then what it does is it paves the way for the genuine people out there who, are on the same vibe as me, who understand what it is that I'm all about. It paves the way for them to then come along and do the work from their end, so then all the responsibility is not just on me.